Hi everybody, welcome to the Scott Show. This is Scott here with the Smackdown Recap. Just wanted to get on here and do this recap. I know it's running a little late. I know a lot of you folks listen to it live, but some of you listen to it as you can and as you do, which we're always very thankful for you guys too. So thanks for coming to speaker.com/the Scott Show to hear what happened on SmackDown. And what a SmackDown show it was, only because lots of different things happened, including Bobby Roode. And I'm a big fan of Bobby Roode, have been ever since he was in NXT. So I'm excited to see Bobby Roode in the WWE and at SmackDown. So the Singh brothers introduced the WWE champion. Here he comes down there, and he says that he's all right with the main event match for tonight, which is going to be Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura against Rusev and Jinder. They had a little thing with the Singh brothers, and Jinder saying, hey, we're sorry about what happened, blah, blah, blah. So, Jinder and Rusev lay out Orton and Nakamura in the opening part of the evening. Then you have the Ascension versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. Not a lot to hear from the Ascension. I'm a little disappointed because they were a really high-end energy team in NXT. But, what can you do, folks? You have Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin starting out, brand new team, and they ended up beating the Ascension. I'm not shocked. I'm kind of like, okay, well, this was fun. Thanks for playing. Baron Corbin did his little thing, said he's going to answer AJ's challenge for the U.S. Open Challenge. Kind of funny that this is around the time the tennis thing happens and they're talking about the U.S. Open, so maybe that's a little push for that, or a little jab at it anyway. Maybe they'll get some more tweets, since that seems to be the big thing they're talking about this time. And now is how many tweets they get. As yesterday we had the Emma-Mickie James match for tweets. Go figure. So AJ comes to the ring. He does this thing, and it's Ty Dillinger that actually gets the match against AJ. AJ wins the match, and I would have loved to see it go a little longer. I'm very disappointed it didn't, because I like Ty Dillinger. The Perfect 10 gimmick is kind of cool to me. But, they're trying to push Corbin, AJ, and that might be at their next pay-per-view, which I believe is Hell in a Cell and Detroit. So that, that'll be a good match regardless. Then you had Jinder Mahal and Rusev. They were talking about the main event match tonight. Jinder calls Rusev his friend, and Rusev says, we're not friends. I came to win the title. I want this now. So Mike Kanellis against Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode comes out. Mike Kanellis is obviously getting jobbed out. I don't know what's going on there, but Bobby Roode won the match. Pretty quick deal there. I would love to see Mike Kanellis actually get a bigger push. I like the Miracle Mike Bennett better. So I don't know what the hell is going on there, but folks, hopefully we'll see something happen with Mr. Kanellis and Maria soon. But Bobby Roode gets the win, the glorious one himself, and he moves on. In the win column, he goes to the pay window, as Dusty Rhodes would say. So the tag team main event's still to come, but Kevin Owens walks to the ring. They're scheduled to have a match. Aiden English is already in the ring. And they have this Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens thing, probably setting up something for either Hell in a Cell or Survivor Series. Between the two, it'll be interesting, but then they had Sami Zayn versus Aiden English, and Sammy got his butt whooped by Kevin Owens. So Aiden English took advantage of that, got the win over Sami Zayn because of Kevin Owens. And it is what it is. I'd love to see what happens with Aiden English now. Anyway, I mean, I want to see him do more stuff. I actually like this singing gimmick, so I don't know what they're gonna do, but I like it. So the New Day and the Usos fight, and Xavier Woods is with Big E, Kofi Kingston, but he's wearing a brace on his leg. So Xavier Woods is hurt for a little while. And it was a good match. I love the New Day, and I'm really kind of upset that the Usos won. By the way, the Usos won. So they get to pick this stipulation for the title rematch, which of course will probably happen either next week or down the line or at the pay-per-view Hell in a Cell. Maybe they'll pick Hell in a Cell. That would be an interesting Hell in a Cell match. Maybe they'll actually do something for a change with the Cell. Going back to before the New Day and the Usos, Dolph Ziggler came out and said, hey, you're going to have to wait. I'm not coming back yet. Maybe you'll get something next week from me. So obviously they're buying their time for something. I'm not sure what it is, and we'll just see. So 2 weeks from now on SmackDown, Naomi is going to get her rematch against Natalya, which I really could care less about. I would love to see it in the Hell in a Cell, and that would have probably been. That probably would have been an interesting match. I would love to see Tamina just come out and destroy Naomi. However, I don't know if that's going to happen. I think Natalya having the title might set up Natalya and Tamina. I just don't know. Tamina, by the way, beat Tina Stock. Just beat her really bad. Lana was trying to win, trying to be more of a Tamina manager. So, there you go. Tamina, to me, is one of those people who can really shine if given the advantage. And I think that would go well if you saw Tamina with Lana as a manager. Maybe bring back Rusev in there and have the tag team champion and the women's champion. I think that would be cool. But I don't know if that's going to happen. They seem to be keeping Lana and Rusev away from each other. I have no idea why. Season 2 premiere of The Fashion Files with Tyler Breeze and Fandango. These two are so entertaining. I just love how they interact with each other. Tyler Breeze was one of my favorites from NXT. If you've never seen him wrestle, or only seen him wrestle on WWE programming, go take a look at NXT TakeOver. Tyler Breeze versus Jushin Thunder Liger, probably one of my favorite matches of any TakeOver that I've seen, and there are a lot of great matches. Shinsuke had a lot of great ones, but Tyler Breeze and Jushin Thunder Liger, one of my favorites as a kid growing up. I always loved to see Liger wrestle, and to see him fight one of the new guys, the Young Lions. Yeah, so Tyler Breeze and Fandango, they have it. I want to see them with the tag team championships. Hopefully they'll beat the Usos later down the line. I would think that one of them are hurt, which is why they're trying to keep them on TV, but not have them wrestle. So it is what it is. The tag team main event, Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura against Jinder Mahal and Rusev. I'm disappointed in this match for one reason. Jinder Mahal is the WWE champion. He's the heavyweight champion of the world, and he is getting just slaughtered by these two, Orton and Nakamura. He's not getting a lot of great offense at all. I think that Jinder has to get a better finisher. I think that Colossus, or whatever it's called, I think is kind of a weak finisher for him. I've talked about weak finishers before in the past, but it is what it is. And this match, to me, I mean, if the faces end up winning, Orton and Nakamura won the match. But the problem with this match is you're taking Jinder and you're taking Rusev and you're jobbing them out yet again. And I just don't like that. So Orton and Nakamura won the match. Nakamura hit the Kinshasa on Rusev for the pin. And Orton and Nakamura are going to be fighting next week for the number one contendership. Seriously, folks, if they give it to Randy Orton, they're just going back. They need to give it to Nakamura, let him have the title shot, and win, and he better win in quick fashion, because that match at SummerSlam made him look like shit. Excuse my French. I don't try to use that much French on the Scott Show anymore, but that was terrible. And, of course, Orton gets the RKO out of nowhere, hits Nakamura, and Orton poses. Bruce Pritchard would probably say, it's got to end with Orton posing, just like they did Hogan every time. But Orton posed in the corner, they go off the air, and you get to see the match next week. Orton versus Nakamura, number one contender match. Hopefully it's a good SmackDown. This one was a nice setup for next week in 2 weeks where you have that women's title. I would love to see a Money in the Bank deal where Carmella wins. Maybe you got a nice setup for a three-way the women's match at Hell in a Cell or something. So set it up and knock it down. That's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to make it look good, and I think that if they book it the right way, the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view could be really, really good. However, if they don't book it correctly, I think you're going to be looking at some really crappy pay-per-view. I would love to see Rusev and Orton in the cage, Nakamura and Mahal in the cage. Maybe bring out that shark cage gimmick for the Singh brothers and put it on top of the Hell in a Cell. I don't know. But it is what it is, folks, and this has been the Scott Show with the Scott Show Wrestling Show with the SmackDown recap. I'm gonna check you guys out really soon. Thank you guys for hitting up on here. Make sure you check out our YouTube, tinyurl.102550. That's where you can find all the 102550 shows and all the Scott Show podcasts, along with awesome videos that we're making and that we've made and that we're going to make. You can also check out our patreon.com/102550. We're going to be upgrading that, bumping that up to 11, so we can start getting some peeps on there and have fun while ending homelessness at the same time. And we got some other stuff coming up, but I can't tell you everything yet. You'll have to listen to the 102550 show tomorrow. That's Wednesday and Sunday. 102550 show. Check it out. And hey, guys, get involved. Do something good for your community. Check out 102550.net. That's what we're trying to work for. That's what we're doing all this content for. Is to help out and end homelessness. So there you go, folks. You guys have a great rest of the day. Thanks for hitting up on the wrestling show. I'll be coming back with a lot more content for the wrestling show, and I'll check you guys out really soon.